and gentlemen, let us begin the introductions of our senior cheerleaders. Samantha Ramirez, escorted by parents Lenny and Cindy, along with sister Serena. Olivia Alboa, escorted by parents Adam and Susan, sister Tabby and brother Ashton. Sabrina Caniglio, escorted by parents Frank and Dawn, along with brother Christian. Gianna Garcia, escorted by parents Frank and Lois and Grandma Rose. Stephanie Giannini, escorted by parents Michael and Virginia, brother Michael, 2011 football alumni, and sister Christina, 2017 cheer alumni. Kara Hamalayan, escorted by parents Ray and Sherry, along with sister Jamie. Teresa Lang, escorted by parents Joe and Joel, sister Gianna, 2016 cheer alumni. Brianna Orellana, escorted by parents Richard and Nancy. Alexa Radzewski, escorted by parents Paul and Dorothy. And now for our senior night football players. Lundram Nasufi, escorted by Mom B, Uncle Keely and brothers Arland and Bobby. Joseph Mangelli, escorted by parents Joe, Michelle and Michelle, sister Jessica, sister Gianna, 2017 cheer alumni, brother Jonathan and grandparents Mike, Fran, and Claire. Anthony Puntalillo, escorted by parents Anthony and Georgia, along with brother Christian. Ryan Soto, escorted by parents Oliver and Veronica, along with sister Vanessa. Sophia. Tom Sharkey, escorted by parents Tom and Debbie, grandparents Alfie and Helena. Charles Najoku, escorted by sister Gladys Najoku. Jaron Hayek, escorted by parents Vic and Tara. Adam Abida, escorted by parents Ahmad and Marianne, brother and teammate Noah, and sister Olivia. Justin Sisto, escorted by parents Charles and Marina, along with brother CJ and sister Nada. Ben Kurzer, escorted by parents Mike and Hillary. Ahan Mohanty, escorted by parents SP and Mamta. Gabe Delachai, escorted by parents Pete and Dawn, brother Peter, 2017 football alumni, along with sister Alex. Father John, Sister Victoria, and Sister Diana, 2017 Cheer alumni. Frank DeCosimo, escorted by parents and step-parents, Carmelo, Maria, Anthony, and Janine, and his sister, Adriana. Christian McCall, escorted by parents Eddie and Trisha. Connor Tarpey, escorted by parents Brian and Penny, sister Delaney, and grandmother Shirley. Betsy Polgar, escorted by parents Peter and Aniko, sister Christina, brother Peter, brother-in-law David, sister-in-law Sarah, and his two nieces, Jamie and Jackie, and that is our senior cheerleaders and football players. An appropriate round of applause is in order. And let's welcome the visiting Passaic Valley Hornet football team. The officials in tonight's game: the referee, John McLaughlin; the umpire, Dan Teal; the head linesman, Keith Kalova; the line judge, Chris Martinez; the side judge, Joe Cruz; the field judge, Tim Benedict; and the clock operator, Bernie Elsinger.
Hey, I'm gonna start the music. Ernie, I'm gonna start the music.
let us introduce the Wayne Hills starting offensive lineup. At wide receiver, number 11, Jaron Hayak, number 11. At wide receiver, number 10, Charles Njoku, number 10. At tight end, number 6, Joe Montanez, number 6. At tackle, number 72, Vinci Olgar, number 72. At guard, number 56, Gabe Delachai, number 56. At center, number 58, Gabe June, number 58. At guard, number 54, Ben Kurzer, number 54. At tackle, number 61, Joe Grundy, number 61. At wide receiver, number 18, Christian Montalillo, number 18. At running back, number 2, Joe Mongelli, number 2. At running back, number 21, Adam Abida, number 21. At running back, number 31, Michael Joyce, number 31. At fullback, number 3, Anthony Montalillo, number 3. And at quarterback, number 9, Tom Sharkey, number 9. And let's welcome the rest of the Patriots squad. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band under the direction of Eddie Essie.
Hello and welcome to Patriots Stadium. We'll be witnessing the facing off against PV and Wayne Hills. I'm Matthew Cassaday along with Luca Yanuzzi. And tonight is senior night, so for the team, we're expecting a show from these upperclassmen. And to name a few, The starting quarterback, Tom Sharkey. Number 9, Joe Rondi. And defense, as wide receiver, we have Charles Njoku. Another one is Lundrum Masufi and Jaron Hayek. And to name some of the upperclassmen that usually don't get mentioned, we like to nickname him Frank the Tank DeCosimo and another Ehan Mohanty. So, looking back at last week, game against West Milford, a win for Wayne Hills, 42-7. Quite a big lead. Potentially you could call it a blowout, yes, and pushing the record to 4-1. So Luca, what do you have to say with these last few games and Hills getting these amazing victories?
Well, with these last few games, Hills has been coming in strong, and they've been stepping it up throughout these games, and they're playing great and they're looking great. So for this game, they're definitely confident and looking for the W.
I agree, and as should they like to play that way. So Luca, with tonight being senior night, what senior in your mind do you think will shine their brightest on the field tonight?
Well, I say someone who we've seen with a lot of flair, especially not even in just his playing, but a lot of his tricks that he shows out on the field as well. Charles Njoku, he had that one-hand catch up against his helmet. He's been playing great, looking great, and just giving this team a lot of points. He had also had, 4 or 5 touchdowns in that in the last home game that we did, and he's been just showing off, and he's been looking great this whole season.
I couldn't agree with you more, and yes, a spectacular catch quite a few games ago, but definitely showcasing that talent that he certainly has. And with Wayne Hills here, kicking off to PV, and the start of the game. Kick is up, low but long, fumbled by PV, it's still rolling, finally picked up. He's running around, looking for open space. He goes up the sideline, looking for blockers. Eventually thrown down to about 35, giving PV some decent field yardage. So coming to this game, Wayne Hills coming off of 2 spectacular, one blowout against Fairlawn, 42-0, and 42-7, virtually a blowout against West Milford. Quite an intense game. Definitely getting ready for later in the season to go up against Ramapo. Go back waiting for the snap. Snaps up, looking, throws out to the side, immediately taken down. And that'll be a gain of about 1 or 2.
Going back to what you just said, I went and asked a few questions to defensive coach Joe Lane, and he said Hills, when they get on this offense, they're looking to dominate that line of scrimmage and looking for this to be an easy game.
Well, if they can come out, as I just said, on that play, they're reading the play perfectly, coming out, attacking the ball, getting the receiver down immediately on contact, they will do just fine. Now with PV on offense, we'll see what they can do on their first drive of the game. A little bit of confusion, trying to get in formation here. The whistle is blown. I believe a timeout is taken.
Timeout Hornets. Ladies and gentlemen, a special
So look, we continue talking about Wayne Hills and what we think of their defense. As I mentioned before with the other players on defense, Joe Rondi, who has been having great games, Lundrum Masufi, and who else do you think we could put to that list on defense, especially being senior night?
Well, I'll say definitely someone else we could look out for is Jaron Hayek, with both recently some incredible performances on both offense and defense. His true greatness on the field has certainly been showing.
That is very true. He's a great player on both sides of the ball, whether it be offense or defense. Let's wait here. Ball's on the 38-yard line. It is 2nd and 8 for PV. Ball snapped. They're going to run it. Gets a decent amount of yardage and takes him to the 42-yard line.
Number 3, Antoine Rogers on the carry. Tackled by number 13.
So look, just knowing it is senior night and that all these seniors are looking out here to put on a show. What do you think we're going to see out of them tonight?
Well, I definitely think we're going to be hearing a lot more names that we haven't heard from over the course of the season because, according to Coach Demikoff, he's looking forward to getting all seniors for at least one down.
And if I were him, I'd do the same. 3rd down and 3. PV with the ball. Motion. Snapped. Thrown out wide. And immediately taken down. Perfectly read by the defense. And it'll be a 3 and out. And the punt team comes out.
Brandon Timothy.
So as we can see here, Luca, the defense is definitely on their A game here. Coming right off the bat, stopping that drive near midfield almost. And now with just under 10 minutes, Wayne Hills will get the ball and the offense will be able to storm the field. Snap is good. Up in the air. High and long. Taken in, running. Immediate contact is taken down at the 35-yard line. As you can hear, trumpets blasting very near the booth, very loud.
On the punt return, tackled by
Jaron Hayek with a great return there. Although didn't get much yardage, held onto the ball and stormed his way through those defenders.
Yeah. Holding onto a ball, a key thing with these punt returns. Last game that we did at home, there were just a lot of dropped balls, not only by Hills, but for our opponent as well. And Hills was able to get the ball back and turn the game around and turn it into a few touchdowns.
Yes, and to add to that, at Fairlawn, the very start of the game, the kickoff, Fairlawn had fumbled the punt, fumbled the kickoff onto the ground, and as a player reached down, he knelt down and down the ball on his own 2-yard line, which is very unfortunate. It's a key factor of why you need to hold on to the ball. And wait for the snap for Wayne Hills here. Snap is up. It's a handoff. Mangeli gets a few yards.
Joe Mangeli on the carry.
Will not
Number
move
33,
too far.
Antonio Bargil on the stop for the Hornets. Pickup of 1 second and 9.
Wayne Hills huddle up. Waiting for the snap now. 2nd and 9. Ball's up. Here it is. Sharkey will take it for himself, running down the field, juking out a defender, coming up around the 30-yard line. And a great rush by him, as he does most frequently.
Tackled by number 72.
We've seen a fair amount of rushing from Tom Sharkey, and every time he runs with that ball, he's always finds some way to get through a hole and pass up those defenders.
Indeed, he's got great agility, great strength, great speed especially, which will help him when he decides to rush. Waiting for the snap, Wayne Hills. Snapped off, and his handoff to Mangeli again. He's going to try and push his way through defenders, come up
Mangeli on
almost
the
no
carry.
gain.
Number 55, Jeremy Epler on the
The
stop.
punt team will come
for
out
the
as it's
Hornets.
4 and 3.
4th and 1.
4 and 1, excuse me.
Ryan D'Argenio will punt for the Patriots.
And Randy Argenio is back for the punt. Snap is very low. Cradled, kicked up. Takes a couple bounces. Goes on top of it. No PV around. Pick it up around the 31-yard line.
The ball is down by number 1, Lund.
So almost halfway through this first quarter, what are you thinking here, Luca, about how this game's going to progress or your predictions?
Well, I say Hills is definitely trying to get this PV team behind the line of scrimmage, keep them from getting a first down and getting that ball back as soon as possible to score points.
Definitely. You can see their defense rushing to the ball and absolutely, so far, has been showing stellar performance. We'll see if they can keep it throughout the game. PV. snap is up, passed out to the side. Coming around running sideline, but massive tackle.
The screen pass complete to
Taken down
Asim
for a
Ross.
very short gain.
Stopped by number 7, Michael Casasante.
And Michael Casasanta on the tackle there. PV breaking to the line. Just under the 35-yard line. 2nd and 7. Ball is snapped. Gonna run it. Finds a hole. Breaks through, but is dragged down by a defender. Number 3, who's Anthony Pantalillo on the tackle. And being Wayne Hills here, you have to think, coming back from these last few games, pretty big blowouts, pretty big scoring games for them at least, and massive wins. Will be enough to get them ready for one of their biggest challenges this season with Ramapo coming up. You have to wonder. What is your take on that, Luca?
Well, I say with those two blowouts prior to this game, they're definitely looking for another one tonight. And with those coming in, Ramapo would be looking at their most recent games and hopefully like seeing that they have been coming up well in these recent games.
I agree. PV on the line. Snap is up. Quarterback looking. Throws it, taken. And a massive pile up on midfield there.
The pass
just over the 50-yard line. PV definitely striking some blows with these short passes and short runs, but definitely inching down the field.
Hills' defense just needs to get on top of that and try and prevent that.
Definitely. And you can see they are rushing the ball, how I've been saying. They are keeping on that ball and doing a pretty good job at stopping this PV offense, which will make it 2nd and 4 for them as they run to the line. The receivers out wide for PV. And offsides as Wayne Hills jumps on the call. Definitely not helping themselves there, allowing first down.
Encroachment by the
for
defense,
PV.
5-yard penalty. First down.
That is one thing we can't do. We can't have PV get ahead, especially on some silly penalties like an encroachment.
I agree. So that quarterback's going to run it himself. Big takedown into his legs
Taylor on the carry.
by, I believe, number 3, Anthony Pantalillo again.
Number 3
Diving
on
and
the
reaching
tackle,
out
a loss of a
and
yard
dragging
on
him down to the
play.
floor.
2nd
Great stop
and
by the Wayne Hills
11.
defense. Looking like a very competitive game here tonight. With the defense not letting up and the offense definitely not giving up here. Definitely trying to score early. Both teams have the ball now. See what ensues. And receivers on the line here for PV. Ball snapped. Quarterback drops back. Lobs it up. And it's intercepted by Wayne Hills defense on the 20-yard line.
Interception by number 18.
The interception is by number 18, Christian Pantalillo, with a great read by the quarterback, perfectly timed, and comes down with the ball and helps his team out, get on offense early.
Yeah, Christian Pantalillo is definitely a player that is a star that isn't a senior. He is a junior this year, and he's definitely an up-and-coming star.
Definitely some talent coming up next year after these seniors will be gone. Good to know they're in good hands. Wayne Hills walking to the line now. The motion is across, handed off, and brutally taken down to the ground there.
Jaron Hayek, number
Jaron
11
Hayek
on the carry.
Only getting
Pick up of a yard
about
on
a
the
yard.
play. Brandon
making
Timothy,
it
number
2nd and 9
20
now
on the
for Wayne
tackle.
Hills.
Correction, number 28 on the tackle, Giovanni Giavato.
Let's come to the line now. Very spread out formation here. Ball snapped, looks to throw, finds Njoku, jukes around, cutting across the field, keeps on juking, sidestepping, gets to the other sideline, running down, gets out of bounds with the first down. A spectacular play. And as you said, a spectacular senior.
Not only does Njoku have those incredible hands, but he's got incredible moves. Just an overall incredible player.
Couldn't agree with you more there. And the agility, insane. Definitely a great showcase to see by one of our seniors on senior night. And as you can hear, the cheerleaders being aggressive is their thing. Snap is up. Shark get hit. Everyone dives for the ball. And it is ruled a fumble and taken over. So PV, after that spectacular play, catch and run by Charles Njoku, the ball will be going back to PV. Definitely a kill in Hill's momentum here.
Most certainly a kill, as that was more of a questionable call as well.
And now with PV with excellent yardage and position on the field here. First down and in Patriots territory. As we see some support in the 12th Patriot here with a, as you call it, a fathead, a sign out there with no other than Frank the Tank DeCosmo. Ball's up, running with the ball, trying to find open space, keeps on running.
Antoine Rogers, number 3 on the carry. Jaron Hayak, number 11 on the stop for the Patriots. Pickup of 6, 2nd and 4.
PV now 2nd and 4. So look to get the first down and hopefully get some points on the board here before the first quarter ends. Walking up to the line now. PV gets down. 3 out wide. Snap is up. Immediately throws out to the side. Trying to cut in. Stricken down by defenders.
The screen pass complete to number 1, Asim Ross. Brought down by number 3, Anthony Montalillo.
And again, another thing that keeps appearing here on this defense is Anthony Montalillo, a senior who is so far on defense having a spectacular game.
That is a first down, Hornets.
Unfortunately, though, allowing PV to get a first down, so they will continue to keep possession of the ball.
Yeah, this PV team definitely looking to put out some pressure on this Wayne Hills defense. As the momentum after that play has completely changed.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Give the handoff, straight the middle, and swallowed up by the defense. As I was just about to say, PV not looking to get blown out, looking to win this game, looking to put in the effort.
Coletti on the carry.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there, because they're going against this Wayne Hills team who is, by record and by all reports, supposed to be better than this team and are projected to have a running clock by the second half. But PV definitely looking and trying their hardest to avoid that from happening.
Yes, a spectacular Wayne Hills team. And by the record, yes, couldn't agree with you more. With the snap. It was up, immediately thrown, tipped up, and intercepted once again by Wayne Hills. And running out of bounds with the ball, not risking any fumbles or mispossession again. Number 3, Montalillo, once again, his name has been very popular in this first quarter.
An incredible catch there. What an interception. Just able to jump up and get his hands on that ball and bring it back to Hill's possession.
How lucky is that to have a receiver have the ball just tipped off of his hands straight up into the air?
Incredibly lucky. When I went down to do some coach interviews, they were practicing just that. One Hills player would deflect it up, and another one would try to catch it, and it paid off as that just happened right there.
Executed perfectly, and now with Hills possession once again. Many change of possessions already in this first quarter. Ball snapped, is tossed out to the left, running down the sidelines, almost breaking free, trucking down a defender, and nearly gutting into open field with what could have been a touchdown. Adam Abida on the carry with a monstrous run.
Incredible. With this running back committee, we have these 3 running backs, all 3 of them equally coming out here and putting in their part and their time and their effort for sure to the max.
Definitely, as we can see the seniors trying to put on a show for the home game. Let's get to the line. Motion, ball snapped, run it himself straight down the middle. And he will gain about 8 yards, 7 or 8 yards.
Matt Ciarlo, number 35, on the stop for the Hornets. Gain of 7, second and 3.
Also, quick senior mention running on the field, Munjin Masufi, number 1, as he goes in the fullback position. That flag is thrown as PV jumps off sides, which will result in Wayne Hills getting a first down.
It's looking good here for Wayne Hills. As long as they can get yardage, no matter how they do it, it's always definitely an advantage.
Yep. And definitely have to get some points on this board. The first quarter comes to an end. We will continue when we get back. So Luca, looking at that first quarter there, what would you say before we get into the half? What is this game looking like to you?
I say this game isn't really going to be looking the same as in this first quarter. There are a lot of possession changes, so both of these teams really didn't get to push forward and get to the end zone. But there definitely will be a lot more scoring throughout this game, and we just haven't seen it yet. But going into this second quarter, Wayne Hills with this ball, they're definitely looking to push forward and get into that end zone and put some points on the board.
Yes, and as I would say, and as I know, this Wayne Hills team does not stop until that whistle is blown. They'll put the pedal to the metal until this game is over. Definitely running out in this field with offensive possession, and with the players they have, especially the senior players they have, I expect them to put some points on the board and rack those points up.
Orthodontics on Ratza Road in Wayne.
He runs back onto the field, so does Hills.
On Passaic Avenue in Fairfield.
This offense getting set up. The official moves the ball to the correct spot. First and 10, Wayne Hills. Ball snapped. It's taken back, drops back. Sharkey lobs it up. Njoku wide open, coverage. And he comes down with the ball. It is a touchdown. Wayne Hills.
Incredible catch from Charles Njoku. That's one more that he can add to his list, and hopefully many more to come.
A great play and another great name to see, a senior. As we had Anthony Pantalillo in the first quarter there, coming with great defensive plays, and now Charles Njoku with an earlier catch and run, and now a touchdown. Again, as you said, racking up those points.
Incredible catch, double covered. That ball just slipped in right in between the 2 defenders and right into his hands.
Yes, perfect pass indeed. Eugenio back for the kick, and it's good. 7-0 Wayne Hills.
Is good. 11 minutes, 51 seconds.
Just under 12 minutes in the second quarter.
Patriots 7.
PV will get the ball back on this kick, and And we'll see their response. So Luca, just as we mentioned the seniors there, and wanting to see more out of them and see some names, definitely is showing, as you can see by Charles. And again, as we await other seniors to not come out of their shell per se, but to get their names spoken on this field. And Hill's setting up for the kick here.
Jordan Thiel will kick off with Asim Ross, number 1,
Jordan Thiel.
and Vincent Coletti, number 9, deep to return the kickoff.
The kick is up, high and long. Back to receive it, running straight down the middle, trying to cut, but immediately met by defenders.
Asim
taken
Ross,
down.
number 1 on the kickoff return. Tackled by number 54, Ben Kurzer.
Ben Kurzer, number 54 on Wayne Hills with a tackle. Another senior.
1st and 10 Hornets. The ball spotted on the 22-yard line.
We're starting on the 22-yard line here. We will see the response after that amazing Wayne Hills touchdown. Pass up, taken out the side, just missed the tackle. Running down the sideline, eventually taken down out of bounds, but will get the first down
To number 1, Asim
around
Ross.
the 37-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by number 20, Dan Daly.
Dan Daly, underclassman,
First
may
down,
not be a senior,
Hornets.
but a great player who makes great plays. As his nickname says, Dan the Man Daly.
Ball spotted on the 36-yard line.
TV coming up to the line now. It's first down. Three out wide. Snap is up, very high. It's fumble to the ground as the quarterback dives onto it. And they keep possession of the ball, luckily. As we keep talking about this, Luca, possession of the ball and maintaining
Ryan
control
Taylor fumbles the
is a
ball,
key factor in this
recovered
game, in
by
any game.
number 3,
In any game for
Antoine
sure,
Rogers.
you need to maintain control of that ball.
Loss of a
As
yard
long as you
on the
have that
play.
ball and you're still
Second
pushing
and
forward,
11.
don't know what can happen until you execute those plays.
Definitely, giving up possession will be a momentum killer if your team cannot hold on to that ball, as we've seen in previous games. He runs up to the line here. Three out wide again. Quarterback will take it, run himself. Down line gain about 3 yards.
Number 3, Antoine Rogers on the carry. Gabe Delachai, number 56,
Gabe
on the
Delachai,
tackle for the
another senior for Wayne
Patriots.
Hills, on the tackle.
It will be 3rd and about 7.
And it's great to see these names come out here who may not get the attention as, you could say, star players on a senior night.
Yeah, for sure. It is their night. Definitely looking to shout out pretty much all of the seniors that come in and make some key plays in this game.
Definitely trying to showcase their talent here. EV, the ball. Snap is up. Quarterback drops back. Lobs over the side, but is broken up, and there's no gain.
The pass intended for Nicholas Barizo.
Great coverage by Wayne Hills
Incomplete.
defense. All we can keep saying is how spectacular this defense is playing on this field tonight.
Yeah, they've been doing great, dominating this line of scrimmage, as we said before, and that's their goal. And if they keep executing that and keeping this Hornets team back and preventing them from scoring, then that's all they got to do.
Definitely agree with you there. Snap is high, punted, high, and fairly on the field there.
Jaron Hayek
they'll take it
fair catch
on the 35-yard line.
on about the 36-yard line,
36-yard
will
line.
be 1st and 10 Patriots.
So Hill's back with the ball here. What do you expect to see in this drive, Luca?
Well, I definitely expect Hills to definitely get down this field with a lot more passing like they did for that last score that they had. And with those long passes that Sharkey just bombs over, whatever receivers are open, they're almost always there making the catch.
Exactly what they need to do and where they need to be. Goes down. All out on the line there. Quarterback drops back. Sharkey looking. Just gets dragged down behind the line of scrimmage. We'll lose a couple yards there.
Sharkey is brought down in the backfield. Number 33, Antonio Archil.
Close comes to the line
on
now.
the stop, loss of about 2 yards on the
Second
play.
and 12 it will be for them.
Second and 12.
Snap is up. Thrown outside. Njoku on the catch. Trying to break through. Does. And just nearly
Sharkey's
gets to the
pass
first down
complete
marker.
to Njoku.
Great effort by Charles Njoku there. As you
Tackled
keep
by
saying,
number
his speed and
33,
agility, definitely
Antonio
size and
Archil.
power is all just benefits him.
For sure, I couldn't agree with you more, and it's those features that truly make him the star that he is.
Here goes Wayne Hills.
Third and
Now
about
3rd
2.
and 2. Will they convert on this play? Motion, ball snap, thrown out to the side. And gets the first down, runs out of bounds.
The pass complete to number 31,
And
Michael
is number
Joyce.
31, Michael
That
Joyce,
is a first down.
with a good catch and run. Getting the first down for Wayne Hills and continuing this drive.
Ciarlo.
With 8 minutes left in this quarter before the half begins.
On the Hornet 48-yard line.
And hopefully to just keep adding to the score here for his own team. Snap the ball. It's a fake handoff. Rolls right. Passes out. Jaron Hayek on the catch, running down the sidelines. Steps out of bounds as he keeps trying with great effort and great
The
speed.
pass complete to Jaron
First down.
Hayek. Tackled by number 20, Brandon Timothy. First down, Patriots.
As the ball will be placed just around the 25, 24-yard line.
And could have gained a few more yards there, but unfortunately stepped out of bounds. But still a great catch and run for a massive gain for this Hills team.
Definitely. Great connection from the quarterback to the receiver. I haven't seen that so far this game. This timeout is taken.
Timeout, Passaic Valley.
There's now 2 timeouts taken by PV here. Trying to get situated, figure out what their game plan is here. And Luca, what would your game plan be, being in the shoes, or should I say cleats, of PV?
Well, if I were this PV team, I would just go out there, give it my all, and try and push forward. As long as they can do that and just pull through and be efficient, then that's their goal. And if they do it, that's where they want to be, and they can go and do it.
Exactly. Definitely not trying to let this point gap here widen any further. Hopefully either holding Wayne Hills here to a field goal or forcing a 3-and-out. Both teams come back to the line now. Wayne Hills first down. Snap is up, Sharkey drops back, lobs it out to Jaron Hayek with another catch, and he drops it, but there's a flag on the play in the end zone.
Jaron Hayek
Well, great connection from Sharkey to Hayek there in the end zone.
Most certainly. Hayek had that ball in his hands but couldn't control it, potentially due to under the influence of pass interference there.
Definitely. Well, at least, whether it be a flag or not, a good defensive play by PV, but unfortunately drawing a flag.
Pass interference by the defense.
Let's move Wayne Hills up now, even closer to the end zone, potentially getting another score.
A 15-yard penalty is assessed. First down, Patriots. The ball spotted on the
12-yard line now. So that is all Wayne Hills needs to get another score. Snap is up. Chucky drops back. Chucks it back up again. And with the catch in the end zone, Hayek, another touchdown. Added to the score. Amazing pass.
An incredible catch there by Hayek in the right corner of the end zone. Just being able to bring that ball down this time while staying up and being covered fairly well. He's still able to bring that ball down and make this a 13-0 game.
Definitely was able to get to that sideline almost, catching in bounds, keeping both feet in bounds, and getting the score for his team. Magnificent play. With the kick, it's up, and it's good. Making the score now 14-0 Wayne Hills.
Remain in the half. Patriots 14.
Just under 8 minutes left until the half. All we can say here is a spectacular and amazing showing by this Wayne Hills team.
Most certainly, they have been pulling through with their offense, getting themselves to push super far forward, and that's definitely been their goal throughout this game, and they're most certainly efficiently pulling through.
Yes, and all sides of the ball, a great effort. Special teams, offense, defense, you name it. Everyone giving it their all here, and as you can see, helping them quite a bit.
Even though PV may not be the greatest team they've ever faced, they're still going out there and giving it their all.
Definitely, you can't lose sight of what you want in this game. If you're getting out on that field, you have to be determined to give it your all and win the game. Wayne Hills here sets up for the kick. Kick is up, it's high and long, spinning. Caught by PV, taking it up the middle, goes out left, gets tripped up, but breaks free once again, keeps running towards the sideline and gets out of bounds. What a great run there by the PV kick returner.
Number 9, Vincent Coletti on that one. Incredible breaking through 2 sets of tackles and able to stay in bounds.
Yes, I believed he was down, that's why. Quite a jumble up there, but as you saw, breaking free and just getting to the sideline very powerfully, very fast. So you see here, PV, 20-yard line. Now first down. 2 receivers on the line here. Snap is up. It's handed out. Right out to the side. Come down. And the ball is fumbled.
That's a fumble. That's a fumble. Vincent Coletti, number 9 on the carry.
The refs rule it as down on contact.
By number 1, Lundrum,
and they will not lose the ball.
From up here, it definitely looked like a fumble. Sorry to interrupt you there.
There's no problem at all. But yes, as we were saying, maintaining that ball is the game. You lose the ball, you lose the game. That's how it works here.
Absolutely.
PV running to the line now. Is now 2nd and 2. Ball snapped, handed off. And a jumble and a pile up here. But I believe Wayne Hills does stop them just before the line. will now
Number
make it
30,
3rd
Nicholas
and
Parizo
inches.
on the carry. Number 61, Joe Rondi on the stop for the
Very
Patriots.
close to the run there. PV definitely showing the talent in the run game. The passing game has been present, but as we saw, 2 interceptions, 1 called back, but definitely a mishap that had happened earlier, and Wayne Hill's coming up with the ball. And even though it is a little risky with the running backs, how we have seen there's been fumbles. Let's see if they can keep on to this ball. As PV comes down the line. Quarterback takes it himself across the line and will get the first down for his team.
Ryan Taylor on the carry. Anthony Pontalillo on the stop.
A little more of an easier play there for the quarterback to make. Just reach over this line and get the first down. But definitely is a big help for them to get them moving down this field and move the markers.
As long as PV team is moving their markers, in their mindset, I'm assuming that they're thinking, if we're moving the markers, we're good because we're getting closer to that end zone.
Exactly what they want to do here. TV drops back. Lobbed up. Another interception by Wayne Hills. His defense is eating up the competition right now.
An incredible catch by Christian Pontalillo. Just in midair, a jumping catch, and is able to come down with it and keep that ball in his hands. Wayne Hills has got the momentum going their way.
Definitely, and with another interception that he had earlier in the game as well.
The ball spotted on the Patriot 38-yard line.
The ball will be on the 38-yard line now. Wayne Hill's favor with possession. And their momentum just keeps on rolling. With only 5 minutes before we enter the half here, as my analogy still stands, Wayne Hill's a train without brakes as they press on the gas. Mills snaps the ball. Sharkey looking. Throws it out. Jaron Hake with the catch. 3 defenders on him, gets taken down around the 36-yard line.
Brought down by number 20. Correction, number 35, Matt Ciarlo. That is a first down, Patriots.
Windhill's eating the competition here,
On the
devouring
Hornet
more likely.
37-yard line.
Marching down this field with confidence, speed, and strength. Windhill's with a first down. Ball snapped, handed off, runs straight down through the middle, and will be taken
Joe
down
Mangelli, number 3 on the carry.
just around the 33-yard line.
Number 30, Nicholas Barizo
Joe Mangelli on the carry,
tackle.
another senior, one of the
Pickup
running backs, one of the
4,
great running backs here,
2nd and 6.
with a carry and definitely a showcase by all the running backs, as we call it, the running back committee. Windhills comes up to the line here as it's 2nd and 6. Ball snapped, handed off once again. Mangelli breaks free, looking for open space, spin move, but tackled by the defender, getting just under the 20-yard line.
Brandon Timothy, number 20, brings him down on about the
And as we mentioned here, the running backs
17-yard
having a
line.
spectacular game too. And as I said,
First down, Patriots.
all aspects of this game here, all sides of the ball, doing great here tonight.
Yeah, and like you said before, this is like a train with no brakes. And if that train were to hit that wall, they still keep trying to push through. And eventually they do.
Exactly. Ball snapped. Pitched over to Mangelli again, gets tripped up.
Joe
with a decent gain.
Mangelli again on the carry. Tackled by number 33, Antonio Bargil.
As we look, this PV defense
Pickup
just
of 3,
not being
2nd
worn out, but
and
being
7.
rammed at and attacked violently and viciously by this Wayne Hills offense, pounding away, getting to their end zone. just under 3.5 minutes left. Wayne Hills comes up to the ball. 2nd and 7. Snap is up. Drops back, throws it over the shoulder, and taken in again by Jaron Hayek, a senior with an astounding record, an amazing touchdown. And that is now another touchdown he has in this game.
Now Hills picking up another 6 points. Jaron Hayek, another great catch in the back of the end zone, putting this Hills team's lead, making it a little bit bigger.
Sorry, we take that. Wayne Hills goes down, drops back, throws it out. Pass is nowhere near the intended receiver.
Pass is incomplete.
We take that back. We're sorry, that was not a touchdown.
Intended for Joe Mangelli.
Which will bring
fourth down.
4th down, and the punting will come out. Well, that has confused us up here in the booth. We did not notice anything there. But as the refs did, they make the call here, and it is now 4th down for Hills. Punting comes out.
Jordan Field will attempt a 36-yard field goal.
To put more points on the board for their team.
From the 21-yard line.
Kick is up. And the kick is good, adding more, and 3 more points to the score.
3 minutes, 3
Making it
seconds.
17-0. Favor Wayne
17, Hornets
3 minutes
nothing.
left before we enter the half here. May not have gotten what they wanted, but still putting points on the board.
Sure, as long as Hills is getting points up on the board, they're happy. But man, even the smoke blew off when Jaron Hayek was in the end zone for what we thought was that touchdown.
Yes, definitely confused us there. And on our behalf, a little mess up. But we will now see a kickoff, which will most likely be the last of this half.
And again, like you said, it is the refs who make these calls.
Wayne Hills gets ready to kick this ball off.
Asim Ross, number 1, and number 9, Vincent Coletti, are deep to return the kickoff by Jordan Field.
Here we go, kick is up. Low but long, all the way into the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
Touchback in the end zone.
And give credit to the kicker. He really is an outstanding kicker for the Wayne Hills team here.
Yeah, for sure. A friend of mine, me and Dylan Orton King have been talking about how his incredible foot comes with him being a soccer player prior to joining this Wayne Hills football team. He did soccer in middle school, yet he also did football, and when it came to making a choice coming into high school, he decided to play for the Wayne Hills football team, and now is the varsity kicker as a sophomore.
And a great feat is accomplished with that. And great skill he has. Stevie comes up to the line here. It will be on their 20-yard line. We'll see what they can do with 3 minutes left in this half. Flag is thrown here. Hand it off again. Running down, breaks through. Keeps on running. Another first down.
Coletti on the carry.
And as we see here,
Jaron Hayek on the
really trying to get down this field, and they are with great speed
First down.
and some excellent plays. 36
Timeout.
seconds left on this clock as they take a timeout. With a quick strike here by PV. What's going through your head, Luca?
Well, what's going through my head is that I know PV definitely looking forward to getting getting into that end zone, as that is their intent. But as long as they get points, that really will just satisfy them. Because if they don't, they definitely do not want a shutout in this game against Hills. But if I were to be Hills, I would be thinking, we need to stop them and we need to keep this shutout going.
Definitely. These people just streak down the field insanely fast. Wayne Hills, I would imagine, almost shocked. The defense has not let them down yet. Continue this game here before into the half. He runs to the ball now. 35-yard line, 25-yard line in Hills territory. Some motion there. Snap is kind of high. Thrown out. It is caught, but taken down and gets the first down as they continue.
Asim Ross, number 1. Tackled by Christian Puntalillo, number 18. That is a first down.
Running to the line here as they stop the clock. Trying to give them time to get some type of points, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. Definitely are trying to go out here with still nothing. You can hear cheering now for the Hornets, because there's some support for them here to get this score and hopefully not let this gap widen anymore and have some response. And the receiver's out on the line here. Ball snapped, looking for him to see if he can chased around, getting caught up, it throws the ball out. Some collision and tussling on the field over there.
The ball fumbled by number 17.
As the clock is winding down now, 10 seconds.
Recovered by number 17, Ryan Taylor.
And a flag thrown as it seems to be
marker is down.
Offsides.
Now this PV team in a rush and it's just getting sloppy. He was about to go down, and right as he went down, he just chucked the ball at the floor. You gotta, if you're getting tackled there, keep the ball in your hands and get yourself back up.
Offsides
as we were saying, maintaining the ball, key any game you play. Now they bring them just a little closer to the end zone with just one more play. What will PV do here? Wait the snap of the ball here. PV walks up the line. Ball snapped, looking for anything. Chucks it up towards the end zone. Everyone gets stripped up. And flags fly out onto the field. Multiple flags.
Pass intended for number 5, Matt Yeager. A penalty marker is down.
Very confusing play here.
I mean, for sure, Hills is trying to fight the call, but it kind of did look pretty obvious in the end zone. There was a lot of shoving.
Definitely, as 3 players fell on top of each other, everyone just tripped over one another, and it comes to become a mess.
Especially when there's double coverage. Just all of that shoving to try and get those receivers out of the way isn't really that necessary.
So you can see the quarterback there was just trying to get the ball out of his hands and get something out of it, but as you can see, no avail.
Against the Patriots and a pass interference penalty.
Also, unsportsmanlike conduct also called on the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Yes, as I mentioned, as we saw, some disruption there by the players and interaction. That was shoving and pushing and all that stuff there. Definitely got to maintain a calm attitude and stay vigilant. This PV is now on the 6, almost 7-yard line now. And unless any more flags are thrown this play, this should be the end of this half. Let's get up to the line here. Ball snapped, immediately looks, immediately hit. Passes up and taken in for a touchdown. An outstanding catch by PV.
Complete in the end zone to number 1, Asim Ross.
Number 1, Asim Ross with the catch in the right corner of the end zone. And now we see down on the field there is an injured Hills player.
I believe, if I saw correctly, number 3, Puntalillo, Anthony Puntalillo here. Punching the ground in anger. Right on the play. We'll find out.
Very unfortunate. Anthony Puntalillo.
Very unfortunate for this Hills team, as he is so far had a spectacular game here, making great plays and everything else. But especially a great play by PV there, by the receiver. A great catch in coverage, the corner of the end zone, making it 17-6 as of now, awaiting the kick.
Yeah, the only reason for that touchdown is from those 2 penalties from Hills. That clock went down to 0. Half should have been over, and due to the penalties, PV got one last play with no clock, and they were able to execute and get themselves into the end zone.
Very fortunate turn of events for PV here.
Giovanni Giavato will attempt the extra point for the
Giavato
Hornets.
will be taking the kick for the Hornets here. He's hoping they put them at 7. And the kick is no good, so they'll stay at 6.
The extra point
And the score being 17-6 in favor of Hills as we enter the half here. Quite an outstanding play by both teams, and as I would say, great effort. That's all we can say, all around, great effort. Definitely Wayne Hills dominating, but a great response by PV, showing what they can do. They put their minds to it here. What would you say, Luca?
I would say that Hills knows that PV should seem like an easy team to beat, but they still go out there giving their all because there's things like this that could happen. There could be those flags that come and those plays that uprise from PV that lead them to an advantage over Hills because of the penalties that they bought.
Definitely. If Hills is trying to win this game and keep it at a wide gap, they definitely got to get on the ball and not let plays like that happen, or flags, especially self-inflicted wounds here. Cannot let that happen. And the game was extended by multiple flags in there when the clock was already at 0. But definitely great play, great game so far as we get into the half. And we leave it with that as we enter halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the Patriot Marching Band. They are 75.
Hello and welcome back to Patriot Stadium. Going into the second half here, I'm at Cassaday along with Luca, Yanuzzi, and we are back from first half. Quite an outstanding showing here by Wayne Hills, and at the end there, a formidable showing by PV as they stretch to get some points, but failing on the extra point, with the score being 17-6 right now. And a few questions I'd like to ask Luca here is, what do you think the game plans for each team here going into the second half? Offense, defense, what do you think of it?
Well, I'll say Hills, starting with this offense, they're definitely looking to push through and get to that end zone, and I feel that the most efficient way to do that will be getting some passes off that cover some great distance across the field and getting to that end zone as fast as possible. With the PV defense, I definitely say they're trying to stop that, getting a lot of coverage on these receivers, and also leaving their defensive line stocked up with people to block these offensive tackles.
Yes, I agree with you there. Definitely no point in letting up for either side here. Both showing great effort in this game so far. Coming in the second half, here we go with the kick. And it's up very low. Bounces. Picked up, it's running down, trying to cross the field, come to the middle, but is met with many defenders and taken down. Michael Joyce was the one with the return, and he'll be taken down around the 34-yard line. So another quick question for you, Luca, here. How do you think Hills will approach once they are, they are on offense, my bad, excuse me, the PV defense here?
Well, I say against this PV defense, they definitely are trying to get these passes off, so these receivers plowing through the secondary and running through and getting closer to the end zone.
Snap is up. Here we go. Hand it off. Running on the sideline here. Making way, running, open field, but gets tripped up as he almost gets all the way down the field.
Yeah, Adam Abita, an incredible catch and run play right there.
And not to mention, just ask again, the offense. What do you think the offense of Hills, the attitude here will be?
Their attitude, they're definitely going in positive, just trying to push through as hard as they can.
Agree. Snap is up. Hand it off again to Abita. Streaking down the field and gets tripped up again, getting the first down here. Two outstanding plays in succession here. Abita Sr. definitely showing off his talent.
Number 35, Matt Ciarlo on the tackle. That is
when
a
he's coming back to the ball now. Just marching down the field. Should I say sprinting. The snap, takes himself, runs up, and dives to get some extra yardage there. A very decent gain.
Number 72, Peter Hernandez on the tackle.
This will bring up second down here.
6, 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 to go here. Hills gets up the ball. Snap is up. Cut to the side. Abita once again with a big cut. Coming through, keeps on running, but fumbles the ball, and the ball's out. It's a pile up. And another flag is thrown.
The screen pass complete to Abita. There is a fumble on the play. The fumble recovered by number 28, Giovanni Giavato.
And it appears PV will come up with the ball here in a miraculous fumble by Abita. Even after those great running plays he just proceeded to have. The possession takes a turn again.
An unfortunate turn of events here. However, PV with a huge shift in momentum. Now that they've got the ball unexpectedly, they are really looking to push forward and get that ball into their end zone.
The flag being one of them, a personal foul against the Patriots. 15 yards to PV with the first down here. So starting at their just inches under their own 20, they'll get the ball back, and we'll see what this PV offense will do here as they come up to the line. Ball snapped, handed off, ran out and was met with many defenders and slammed to the ground.
Vincent Coletti on the carry.
Not much of a game, I'd say a loss here.
Ben Kurzer, number 54. And number 61, Joe Ronde on the tackle for the Patriots.
Tackle
for a gain of 2 yards, sorry.
Tackle from Ben Kurzer and Joe Ronde, 2 seniors. Again, we are hearing from a lot more seniors as it is senior night here for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
PV coming back up to the line here. 2nd and 8, looking for the first down. Continue this drive. A long wait there, and a flag comes out by the refs.
Flag prior to the snap, delay of game.
It was a delay of game.
Against the Hornets.
Very long time for them to set up there and get the play off, which unfortunately they didn't. Which now set them back with another flag. Just under 10 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Maybe stepping up to the line here. 2 receivers out wide. Ball is snapped. Quarterback drops back. Rushes outside. Throws it. It's a jumble up. Ball is incomplete as his defenders just crash around the ball.
Both number 18, Christian Pontalillo, and number 21, Adam Abita, both went for that ball, and unfortunately neither of them could come up with it.
So something to note here is we can see number 3, Anthony Pontalillo, back in the game here after the first half, looking as though he had injured himself or something had happened to him, but it's good to see him back out on the field here and with his team. PV stepping up to the line here. Again, 2 out wide here. Snapped, drops back, looks for an open pass, lobs it up, and it's just overthrown, but in double coverage, the receiver there.
The pass intended for Asim Ross, incomplete.
Yeah, Asim Ross, another name we've been hearing a lot from this PV squad tonight. He was the one who scored their touchdown at the end of the first half.
Yeah, so quite a great play, and at least to get them on the board here. Score 17-6. Punt is up, short but high. Lets it bounce, but grabs it, keeps running, trying to get through, fumbling his way through the crowd. Eventually falls down. Some Vorabooth here.
Tackled by number 7, James Delgado.
And this will leave Hills around the 35-yard line. Ball snapped, handed off, running through a crowd and tumbling over each other.
Joyce on the carry.
Look at this with the carry here. Decent gain.
Peter Hernandez, number 72, on the tackle. Pickup of 5. Second and about 5.
Motion out to the side here, snap. Coming out, looking, scrambling out. Looking for a pass. Comes out, gets it. Drags the defender with him and is finally down on contact. They get past the 20-yard line.
35 on the tackle, Matt Ziarlo. First down, Patriots.
Bring up a first down.
The ball spotted on the 17-yard line.
Putting them in the red zone here. Will they convert? snapped, looks out, fakes it, runs it himself up the middle.
Sharkey on
It's
the
eaten up by
keeper.
a row of players here. Very short gain, if
Number
any.
33, Antonio Bargil on the tackle. 2nd and 8.
Snap to Sharkey. That's right, looks left. Lobs it up. Njoku with the catch, but can't pull it in.
Sharkey's pass intended
Nearly
for
another
Njoku
helmet catch,
is
though it would have been
incomplete
off the
in
PV
end
defender's
zone.
helmet. Charles Njoku has it in his hands but cannot bring it
Number
down.
3, Antoine
Fortunate,
Rogers
but in retrospect,
on the breakup of
up
the play.
17-6, not the biggest of casualties. But definitely in the red zone here, trying to convert Wayne Hills, looking for some type of score. It's 3rd and 8. Walking up to the line here and getting in position. Here gets the snap. Lobs it up again. And it's perfect pass.
Njoku with an incredible catch brings it into the end zone and is able to secure this catch for another Wayne Hills touchdown.
A beautiful play, and a great connection from Sharkey to Njoku. Just placed perfectly and cradled right into the arms.
Sharkey will hold. Jordan Thiel will attempt the extra point.
Jordan Thiel here will attempt the extra point to even further widen this gap by Wayne Hills. Kick is up. And it is
Penalty marker is
penalty
down.
on the play. And I believe this point is missed, so it will be 23-6.
The extra point is good.
Oh, no, excuse me, it is good. It will be 24-6 now.
Personal foul against the Hornets.
There's personal foul on PV here, not helping themselves as Wayne Hills
Penalty
comes in
will be
and
assessed on
adds
the kickoff.
more to their score. And you know, Luca, I had a chance during halftime to go down and speak to the 12 Patriot, we call it here, and ask them, what did they think going into the game. And as we know, if our team's up here, home game, third quarter, they kind of disappear. And when I asked them, what do they think right now? They're asking when they wanted to go home, when this game is going to end, and for the team to secure the bag.
For sure, that is definitely one thing to expect, because what they know is once this Hills team has the lead by a fair margin, they almost all the time, 99% of the time, they keep that lead and they take the win.
Definitely something Wayne Hills is good at here, maintaining the lead and maintaining momentum once they get it. And so far looks in favor this game so far. 7 minutes and 40 seconds in the third quarter. Here's the kick. Is up and goes sailing, and hey,
Touchback
might have been good for a field goal from that range, but that was impressive by a kicker, as we mentioned before. Very impressive. Very strong kick. Wow. So we wait here for the team to get to the ball. Gonna line, get down. And multiple flags flying here from the refs.
Flag prior
It's
to
a
the
long-awaited snap. And there's a false start on PV, which will set them even further back after the previous penalty. Even less yardage to start on this field here on this drive.
As we were talking about them before, the 12th Patriot just leaving this game. For them tonight, it was jersey night. They were all decked out in their favorite sports team jerseys. Others just wearing their team jerseys for their sports at Hills, and very colorful student section that we saw tonight.
Indeed. Here's a snap. Thrown out, tipped up, and could have been intercepted, but no one there. The pass is incomplete. PV stays where they are. Make it now 2nd and 15. Definitely waiting to see some life or action out of this PV team, as we did just before the first half ended, where they shrieked down the field incredibly fast and were able to put some points on the board but not convert on the extra point. So here now, 2nd and 15. The snap is up. They run it at the inside, but it's eaten up by the defenders. Taken down for a very short game.
On the carry. Dan Daly, number 20 on the tackle.
You can imagine what the plan is right now for the PV offense here to try to get this down the field, Luca. What would you say?
Well, from the prior plays that we've just seen, the runs haven't really been that successful. So I say for this play, they might be potentially looking for a pass, short or long, as long as they're getting yardage and they're moving those chains. That's their intent, and as long as they do that, they're good.
Especially, and speaking for the Wayne Hills defense here, killer playing, and honestly just lockdown nearly. Ball snapped, quarterback looks back, chucks it up, hoping for open receiver, and he cannot hold on to the ball as he just crosses midfield, but in excellent coverage, cannot keep control.
Number 20, Brandon Timothy. He had that ball coming down all the way, and once he came down with it, he could not keep it in his hands.
Sosnovsky will punt for the Hornets with Mangeli and
And just to add there, saw him, the receiver there, just limp off the field if he's injured or not. Punt, up in the air high, forward by midfield, and wave, but dropped. And it seems as though PV will get the ball back. On a mishap by the Wayne Hills special teams here, but they will hold on to it. They're able to recover the ball.
Is recovered by the Patriots.
Again, as we've been bringing it up constantly throughout this game, as we've seen it before, keeping control of that ball is crucial. Because if you lose that ball, that momentum will completely shift. Whereas if you lose it to a punt, then momentum won't completely shift.
But fortunately, when he's able to keep the ball possession, this ball is snapped here. Will be handed off, running through defenders, straight through, and getting the first down. Jojo Mangeli.
Number 28, Giovanni on the tackle for the Hornets. First down, Patriots on the Hornet 30.
As the third quarter here is just nearing 6 minutes left, we'll see what awaits in the fourth quarter. If any secondaries or any more seniors on this team will come out. Ball snapped. Ran again by Mangeli. Getting a very decent game.
Again on the carry.
Continue what I was saying with these seniors. As we've seen Njoku, we've seen Jaron Hayek, Sharkey himself run the ball, Anthony Pontalillo, and many others. To see even more seniors come out here, make some big plays, get their names heard. Still setting up the formation. The receivers. Ball snapped. Sharkey knows who he's going to. Njoku jukes him out, fakes him out, keeps running, and tries to crawl his way nearly to the 5-yard line.
Njoku just able to get through every defender that he goes by.
That is first
Again,
and
I mentioned that
goal on
agility,
the
that speed
6-yard
is
line.
unmatched here in this game. Njoku cuts left, it's gone. Nobody around him, and he can break free from defenders. Long way to snap here. Hill was thinking there was an offsides call. Ball snapped. Out to Mangelli again. He's running it through.
Joe
And
Mangelli
gets
on the
near
carry.
the end zone, but just not in there.
Number 30, Nicholas Barizo on the tackle. Second and goal from the 3.
Another run. And is Mangelli carry. And he's in for a touchdown, widening this gap even further. And again, the analogy comes a train with no brakes. And a wacky celebration there by Njoku and another player.
Mangelli being able to rush through that defensive wall, able to break through and get into the end zone for another Wayne Hills Patriot touchdown.
Kick, it's up, and it is good.
The kick is good. 4 minutes, 18
And so now
seconds
make the score
remain in the third
31-6.
quarter.
And we have 4 minutes and 18 seconds in this third quarter.
6.
What is Hill's game plan from now on, Luca?
Well, I say with Hills with 31 points, they would only need 4 more to get a running clock, so they might be looking for just 1 more touchdown, and then once that running clock hits, for Hills, it's just defense trying to stop this PV team from scoring anymore.
Exactly, and well said. I mean, nothing else you can hope for. Don't let the other team score. Tack on some more points. Keep this train rolling. As a booth here, rocking out with Van Halen. Just on a side note to mention, this is my favorite band. Van Halen gets ready for a kick. Kick is up, high, long. Caught. Running up the middle here. Trying to juke, gets slowed down and taken down.
Vincent Coletti, number 9 on the kickoff return.
They will take possession
Tackled by
near the
number
20-yard
1,
line.
Lundram Asuki.
Some loud cheering by the fans. PV coming up to the line here. These players get set. There is a timeout called.
Timeout Hornets.
Just by PV. And with 4 minutes and 10 seconds here in this third quarter, it's going to take quite a while for this quarter. A very slow quarter, but action-packed, I would say, Luca.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, this quarter is going very slow due to the action, like you just said. But yeah, a lot has been going on. Had some fumbles, some great touchdowns, bunch of momentum shifts. Just every possible piece of action you could ask for in a football game has happened so far in this third quarter.
Well said, Luca. players on the sideline here getting pretty hyped, especially Charles Njoku out there. As both teams come back to the line to continue. Ball is snapped. It'll be thrown a little too high for the receiver there.
Taylor's pass intended for Mac Yeager,
Some
number 5,
inaccuracy in
incomplete.
these passes as of late from his
Second and
PV
10.
quarterback.
Definitely, and very inconvenient when the team really needs you to get down this field. Put some kind of points on this board here. But we will see. Will there be a comeback, or will there be a stop? Flags fly. There's movement on the line. Waiting the call. Seems to be a false start on
against the
PV.
Hornets.
Again, self-inflicted wounds, not helping their team. Just backpedaling here.
And honestly, and with PV at a deficit right now, especially, they do not want to be pushing themselves back.
Yes, their situation here, just no help whatsoever from themselves. The Wayne Hills defense here looking very intimidating, I would imagine. As PV steps up the line in formation here. Ball snap, Taylor throws it. Immediate contact and a loss of yards.
Complete to Asim Ross,
Very
number
unfortunate for
1.
PV here, trying to make some type of gain, get any momentum.
Number 13, Steve
But does not
Maskin
seem
on the
to help.
tackle. Third and about 16.
And this brings up 3rd and 16 for PV on this drive here. Teams approach the ball here. Snapped. Ball's thrown up in the air and just overthrown again. Connection with these receivers and the quarterback here. Definitely not anything being made, nothing happening, not helping.
Is incomplete.
Not as much chemistry with the receivers and the quarterback on this PV team.
Dmitro Sosnovsky will punt for the Hornets.
High snap for the punt. It is up, low and long. Taken by Hayek. On the return, running up, spin move, keeps going, and eventually swallowed up by defenders.
On the punt return,
just inside the 30-yard line.
tackled by number 8, Julian Allen. First and
He's
10
in excellent position
Patriots
here on the field.
on the 28.
Ball snapped, handed off, cutting to the outside, back in, but gets tripped up
Adam Abida on the carry.
Just by the line of scrimmage here.
Tackled by number 28, Giovanni Giavato.
Goes walking to the line now. Ball snap, drops back, lobs it up yet again. Lots of coverage. The ball is disrupted and there is no catch.
The pass intended for Jaron Hayak is incomplete.
Waiting Hills come to the ball now. It's a snap, drops back, throws it wide open. Charles Njoku running, looking for the end zone, swallowed up, and he gets into the end zone again. Keeps stacking on the points.
Charles Njoku, it's like he has a, what's it called, like a magnetic force just around him, and whenever the defenders go to him, he's just able to shove them out of the way. They cannot touch him.
Yeah, it's like a force field almost. Agility and elusiveness and speed he has.
Sharkey will,
as I said, unmatched.
Will attempt the extra point.
And a great effort by Charles Njoku and Jaron Haig with many touchdowns here tonight. And have to remember, not to forget, Langeli. The kick is up, and it is good.
The kick is good. 2 minutes, 4
Making
seconds
this score
remain
38-6, and just over 2 minutes left in this quarter.
Now if Hills could get a field goal or another touchdown, they will be 35 points ahead of this PV team, and the running clock will ensue, and the clock will only stop when there's an injury or a timeout. So this fourth quarter, if they do score, will go by a lot quicker.
Yes, indeed. Important to point out there, Luca. To wait for the kick to come up here. Just thinking here is the quarterback for PV, Brian Taylor, and his offense here, just trying to get momentum but unsuccessful. What would you do in this situation, Luca?
I would just pretty much try everything that they've been going for. Give it a running play, see the outcome. Doesn't go good, do a passing play. And if they start with a passing play, then go to a running play.
Definitely. Here we wait the kick. And Hills, the kick is up. It's high and long. Caught by the returner. Running straight down the field. Trying to fake out defenders. Gets by. And he's still running one-on-one. And nearly trucking the Hills defender there. And getting into more open field. But a great return.
Yeah, another incredible run by a name we've heard from this PV team a lot tonight, Vincent Coletti.
Indeed, he's been helping his team out quite a bit when they need it most. But the conversion rate here is not so well executed, I should say. And with PV stepping up to the 50-yard line, great field position. What can they do in the rest of this third quarter? Down formation. Ball snapped. Looking, trying to run away from defenders, and he gets eaten up as the Hills defense comes out and demolishes the quarterback.
A sack there from number 56, Gabe Delachai. Yet another senior.
And yes, and to add more, number 1, Lunjum Nasufi. And I believe number 61, Joe Rondi. A great three-man sack, you could call it, all by seniors on senior night. The clock is winding down right now. It's still in play at about 30 seconds left here in this third quarter. Looking to just get in the fourth quarter. Ball snapped. So drops back, throws it out to the side. It's taken down.
The pass complete to Antoine
Just about the
Rogers,
35-yard line there.
Number 7, Michael Casasanta on the tackle.
At the end of the third quarter here,
That is the end of the
see,
third
we're seeing
quarter.
Sue in the fourth. And so, Luca, as the last few games, and I mean, mostly the season we've been announcing here, I have to say, quite a dominant performance by Wayne Hills. And just outstanding play on all sides of the ball. I mean, is there anything more to add to it?
Well, Hills, as you've said, has definitely put up an incredible performance against this Passaic Valley team. And they're definitely looking forward to do a lot more with it as well. As now the band plays the final countdown, we are coming into the fourth quarter. Hills is definitely looking to put this game away and take this W and just prevent PV from scoring anymore. As if PV were to get scoring, it would be a long comeback from here, as they are down by 32 points.
Yes, insane gap here to fill if there were to be a comeback. I mean, it would have to be an all-out mosh pit, I could say, where PV comes in as a whole nother team. But as it looks right now, this fourth quarter is going to go by very quickly. As the teams come back out in the field, PV stepping up to the line. Ball is snapped, looking for someone to get open. Takes himself running, scrambling out to the right. Gets stripped up and taken down. Met by a plethora of Patriots out there.
Dan Daly on the tackle for the Patriots. Fourth down. Justin
As the punt team
Gorbush,
comes out.
Joe Mangelli are deep to return the punt.
Snap. The punt is up, high. Let it roll. And it's bouncing, somewhat of a mishap, I guess. And PV will touch it, and it'll be about the 11 or 12 yard line.
Yeah, lack of communication back there on the return. Both Patriots back there were looking at each other for which one was going to go to it. It's the simple words of "I got it" can make a huge difference in this game.
You're exactly right. Just a little miscommunication, but with how we've been seeing this team play, shouldn't be a problem for them here. So we're coming into 11 minutes in this fourth quarter. Snap, hand it off, running through, runs into some defenders, but is taken down. Or not?
Michael Joyce, number 31
Must be down on contact.
the carry.
I guess yet another
Matt Ciarlo,
confusing
number
looking
35
play there.
on the tackle.
Definitely. I mean, when it gets all jumbled up in the pile there of people running, you know, we're not down on the field. The refs are. They see the play and they make the call. So
They can definitely see a lot better than us here up in the booth.
both teams get down. Give it a snap. I was trying to draw them off sides, but it's no avail. Looking like a play change. Snaps the ball, is handed off, running through like a wild animal on the loose. Getting through defenders, and a flag comes out.
A penalty marker is down. The tackle by number 52, Stephen Newberry. Personal foul against the Patriots.
Personal foul against the Patriots, which, again, not to their aid, but should not inflict any somewhat damage, as they are known to make big plays in dire situations.
15-yard penalty.
This will bring the ball back to about the 13-yard line. Second and 9 as the Patriots come with the ball here. Ball snapped. Many receivers out there. Njoku, again, a great choice. Cutting across the field yet again, making defenders miss. In collision and finally taken down.
Pummeled by so many people to a point where it looked like he was in midair for a second.
Crazy speed and, again, as I said, elusiveness.
Number 35, Mezza on the tackle. First down, Patriots. Ball spotted on the 29.
Ball snapped, handed off, straight through. We'll get some decent yardage, about 5 yards.
Carry. Matziarlo, number 35, on the tackle.
We slowly approach 8.5 minutes here in this fourth quarter. Left of play. Patriots in the huddle, walking to the ball. Snap. Hand it off yet again. With open field, running, getting wide open and streaking down the sideline towards the end zone. Amazing. Just amazing play by this Wayne Hills offense.
Indeed, what an incredible run from Michael Joyce, able to break through and find a wide open route by the sideline, gets into the end zone for another Wayne Hills Patriots touchdown. That now starts the running clock.
Indeed, you are right. And as we get to the running clock here, this quarter should fly.
Sharkey to hold. Field will attempt the extra point.
There's the extra point attempt. And the kick is good.
The kick is good.
And this will even further widen this gap, making it 45-6. Insane, but not an unfamiliar sight for this team in the last few games.
It is something we've definitely seen a lot from Hills, definitely with his massive blowouts against these teams, definitely looking like the team that's meant to be on top, and they definitely are showing that.
Without a doubt. And as I had mentioned earlier, as you could say, predicted, is going to this fourth quarter here having maybe secondaries, seniors come out that, you know, don't get as much playing time as the starters, and great to see even more seniors out here on the field. Patriots back onto the field. TV awaits the kick. rocking tunes here. So we await this kick, and here it comes. Up in the air, low but long. Caught. Come out, some good blocking by PV. Comes running down the field and gets tripped up just before the 45-yard line. Wow, an impressive run there.
Another great punt return run there from number 9, Vincent Coletti.
Just to correct you there, quickly, it was a kick, not a punt. But again, same thing, very, very spectacular special teams for PV. Just their offense and defense really needs to try and get a grasp here and do something, even though with this 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this fourth quarter, is there anything they can do? Ball snapped. It's given to the running back, running through, almost as if through defenders, keeps on running. And a significant gain, making it around the 30-yard line in Hills territory.
Number 25, Chris Brutovsky on the tackle for the Patriots. First down, Hornets on the 30-yard line.
Easy stepping up to the ball here. Ball snapped. Hand off yet again, trying to find an open hole, but just meets a defender. And another player of his thrown on top of him.
Antoine Rogers on the carry, stopped by number 57, Dylan Scher.
He steps up to the ball here. 2nd and 9. We'll see if they can convert. Ball snapped. Running. No significant gain there. Brings it 3rd down. Trying to convert here.
Nicholas Parizo, number 30 on the carry. Tackled by number 6, Joseph Montanez.
Ball snapped, and off again, looking for room, getting through, gets tackled around the marker. And they will give them the 1st down.
Coletti on the carry, Dan Daly on the stop for the Patriots.
Going back to mention these rather more secondary or not starting players. Frank DeCosmo out there is a good friend of mine, and giving a small shout out to him on senior night here. Ball snapped. He's running and trips. Trips over his own feet and is virtually no gain.
Coletti on the carry, number 57, Dylan Scher on the tackle for the Patriots.
So fans getting rowdy here as we approach 2.5 minutes left in this quarter. Ball snapped. Handed off yet again, running. Very decent yardage. Breaking 2 tackles and getting a good gain.
Antoine Rogers, number 3 on the carry. Number 45, Chad Sente on the tackle.
Many fans out here. Loud cheering, bells and screaming. As teams approach the ball, the snap. Trying, but both teams jumbled up, pushing, crazy. And they get into the end zone in quite a crazy play of both teams really in a giant, I don't even know what to call, an armada.
It was like 2 bulls rushing at each other, and they just locked horns. and one was able to push one through, and they were able to get through into the end zone.
Definitely an amazing effort by PV there, and a whole team effort, I should add, getting their running back into the end zone. And here comes a kick. It's up and it's blocked. The special teams of Wayne Hills will stop the score. That is now 2 extra points blocked. As the score is now 45-12, with 1 minute and 38 seconds left in this game.
Hornets 12.
And now that clock is ticked down to such a small amount of time, Hills is definitely looking to bring in more seniors that we don't see as much to play on offense. And both the marching band and the cheerleaders are having fun trading places down there.
Definitely, I was just about to say, the real palooza down on the field, on the Patriots sideline, and everyone's in on it.
Some great memories of senior night last year. That was my second game ever, and Max Seplow was down there going nuts.
Could only imagine. TV gets ready to kick off here. Kick is up very low. He's bouncing down the field. Is almost picked up and finally running down the field and getting some decent gain from where he picked it up.
On the kickoff return. Tackled by number 72.
Make it around the 30-yard line.
Hernandez.
A great effort.
And forgot to mention, now that Passaic Valley has just scored, now the running clock has stopped.
Good to point out there, Luca. Definitely in aid of PV, but will it be enough? Wayne Hills looking to secure this game, just running the clock out here.